Hello, this is Natalie and Christian's What's a Better Predictor project for AP Statistics.
For their project, they decided to pick what would be a better predictor of a higher GPA, the number of binders they have or the number of pen or pencils they have in their backpack.
Natalie's hypothesis for what a better predictor of a higher GPA was a higher number of binders the student uses. This is because she thought the student would be more organized and tend to make better grades.
Christian's hypothesis for a better predictor of someone's GPA is the number of pen and pencils they have in their book bag. Christian thought this would be a better predictor because it would allow the students to write down notes and then study their notes and then make better grades.
In order for Natalie and Christian to obtain their set of data, they made a Google survey and they sent it out to high school students from Voyager and other high schools.
After Christian and Natalie collected their data, they decided to put their data into Fathom. After Natalie and Christian collected their data and then put their data onto a scatter plot, Natalie learned that the number of binders you have in your book bag has a negative correlation to your GPA. Christian learned that the number of pen and pencils you have in your book bag results in a linear correlation.
The correlation coefficient is negative 0.018, which displays a weak negative relationship. This indicates that 3.3% of the variation in GPA is accounted for by the number of binders a student uses. The correlation coefficient is negative 0.023, which also displays a weak negative relationship. This indicates that 0.06% of the variation in GPA is accounted for by the number of pens and pencils a student has.
Christian and Natalie calculated the 5-number summary for binders. They found out that the mean was 3.458 and that the min was 0, Q1 2.5, the median was 3.5, the Q3 was 4.5, and the max was 6 binders. Also, when they calculated to see if there was any outliers, they found out that there was none. When Natalie and Christian calculated the 5-number summary for pens and pencils, they found out that the mean was 7.875. Also, the min was 0 and the Q1 was 3. The median was 5, Q3 9.5, and the max was 30. When they calculated to see if there was any outliers, they found 3, 20, 22, and 30.
Both sets of data indicate weak negative correlation relationships. However, the number of pens and pencils a student has shows a linear form, whereas the number of binders shows a negative form. This means that even though both sets of data are weak, the number of pens and pencils a student has shows a higher GPA.